Okay, well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Chris McDonald, and I am the Vice President and Director of Sales here at SMS. And we are extremely excited to announce a significant enhancement to the SMS sales and technology platform. For almost 2 decades, we've provided advisors and agents who work with SMS data to be able to evaluate different annuity products and assist in putting the client in the best position possible in retirement. We've also provided the ability to submit business electronically in one spot, regardless of carrier. Well, now that we've partnered with Luma, we bring those two things together. The ability to evaluate different annuity solutions, compare and contrast, and then roll right into submitting a case without duplicating the entry. And there's so much more. So I'd like to introduce Jay Charles from Luma, Director of Annuity Products, to take us through the all-in-one annuity platform. Jay, take it away.
Thanks, Chris. And let me just reiterate Chris's comments. We are very excited to roll this out through SMS to assist all of you in conducting your annuity business. Luma is easily accessed straight from your SMS dashboard, and I'll show you how that looks right now. So when you're on your SMS dashboard, under Sales Tools here, you'll see the Luma login. When you click, you will be automatically signed into the Luma experience, and this will be tailored to your profile that you have with SMS. The first screen you'll see as you come into the SMS experience is your dashboard. The way to think about your dashboard is it's really your launching off point. It is where you can see some of the top rates. We've pre-configured a number of saved views for you, from top S&P 500 cap rates for FIAs, all the way through top 3-year MYGA and top 5-year MYGA rates as well. And I'll show you in a little bit how you can configure your own saved views here on the platform as well to see top rates. We also have seamless integration into the existing FireLight experience. So instead of having to pivot and submit an application through the standalone FireLight link that you saw there on the intranet, SMS intranet, you'll be able to access it seamlessly through the Luma experience as well. We have this application tracker, so you can track the status of that application as you're working through it and as it gets sent off to the carrier. Luma is truly an end-to-end platform, taking you through all the different steps that you do today in order to conduct your annuity business. It starts with the learning experience. This is where you can access carrier product training as well as carrier marketing collateral. It continues on into the marketplace, where you'll be able to see the full selection of products that SMS offers you today. You'll be able to run analytics on those products, run comparisons on those products, and ensure that you're finding the best product for your client. And then finally, through the marketplace, you'll be able to seamlessly submit that business through the FireLight connectivity that you already enjoy through SMS. I'll start in the Learning Center. As I click into the Learning Center, again, this will be where you can get trained and educated on products, and it really features 2 key pieces of content. The first key piece of content is in your learning paths. So let's say you're going to be conducting some annuity business. You want to take some product training to ensure that you're up to date on that product training. You can click right into the carrier of your choice. And from there, select the product that you want to conduct training for. When you complete this training here on the platform, we communicate that training completion to the carrier to ensure that the carrier is aware that you've completed the product training, and we'll also make note of it here on platform to ensure that everything that your full experience is tailored to that training as well. The other content that we have here in the Learning Center, as I mentioned earlier, is carrier marketing collateral. That can be found in the resources area. And in the resources area is, again, organized by client, sorry, by carrier, and you'll be able to click into the carrier's portal here and be able to access their materials. Moving into the marketplace, this is where you can access all of the products that are available on platform through SMS. The first thing you'll see as you come in is a suggestion that you enter a valid state, age, as well as product type to be able to see the products that are available to you. So I'll select Alabama here. As I select Alabama, I now see 194 products right here that are available through SMS for my client who's age 60 in Alabama. I've got all product types selected here, so I'm seeing both my FIA as well as my fixed rate annuity business. From here, I want to orient you to a few of the key areas on platform. The first one that you'll see is the marketplace view. So in this marketplace view, you'll see all of the product profile information. So this is the high level product profile information for each product. You'll see carrier ratings here for each product, as well as surrender schedule, maximum premium, and so on and so forth. We've also configured these simple product profiles. The way you can think about these is they're really fact sheets branded by SMS. You'll be able to see the key product details for each product. We find that many advisors are saving time by accessing these versus digging through specific carrier marketing collateral to get the answers to your questions. In addition, from this screen, you'll also see the buy button. I'll go into that a little bit further, but you'll notice that it's all over the platform to ensure that you're always just one click away from being able to submit an application on behalf of your client. The marketplace is also where you can generate side-by-side comparisons, and I'll take you through that in a little bit as well. Moving from left to right, the next area of the marketplace is the product rates area. So the product rates area is where you'll find your key product rate information. So everything from FIA S&P cap rates. It's also where you can access and create saved views. So we talked about saved views before. Maybe I want to see my top 3-year MIGA rates. I can click that. With the click of the button, I can now see all the products on my shelf that have 3-year MIGA rates and what they specifically are. You can also do the same for what's also been pre-configured top S&P cap rates. To create your own filter, though, I'll take you through that rather quickly. I'll clear my filter. Maybe what I want to see are who has the top S&P par rates for the FIA products. I can come over here to filter. First, I want to collect product types. I want to see only my FIA products. I'll come over here to filter. I'll select my index. I want to see the S&P 500 index. So I'll scroll down here, select S&P 500, select my strategy. I want a point-to-point strategy here. Really interested in that annual point-to-point strategy. So for term, I'll select annual. And now from there, I'm looking at every product that has an S&P point-to-point, and I want to rank it by par rate. So now what I'm looking at here are some of the top par rates that are available in S&P 500. Most of them seem to be hovering around 100% and are affiliated with a cap, at least for S&P 500. If I wanted to save this view, I can click Save View and come over here and save current view. It'll ask you to fill this out. And now you can always come back to one of these saved views and access it quickly. If you ever need any help, the Luma customer support desk is more than happy to work with you to create the saved view of your preference. And I'll talk a little bit more about that support desk in a moment. Going back to, let's say, the cap rate one, just to orient you guys around what you see, you'll see each row has the index, point to point, has a cap rate listed here, as well as surrender years. It also highlights the rate effective date. These rate updates get processed 4 times a day. So you're always seeing the latest and greatest rate information here on the platform. One other thing I'll highlight here, and I'll just select, maybe I'll do the 5-year MIGAs for you. 5-year MIGAs, you'll see the base rate listed right here, GMIR, as well as surrender schedule. If there is a premium band, you'd also see that here. You can see actually this rate went into effect on 4/22, so just 2 days ago. One thing that we have in the product rates area, you can also click this export rates, and it will generate a PDF for you to save to your files. We often see, especially in this this era of increased regulation, many reps are utilizing these rate exports. They clearly have a defined date on them. They explain how the list was filtered and sorted. Reps are saving these as part of their due diligence file to ensure that they've paper trail as far as the recommendations they've made. Next area, similar to product rates, is product income comparison. This is a quick way for you to get a good sense of what products on the shelf will drive to some of the highest income that's available for you. So I can come over here. You can actually compare across product types. So many individuals believe that DIAs and SPIAs might drive to some of the highest income, guaranteed income, whereas in reality, FIAs and their income riders are actually creating very, very competitive income situations for reps and clients. So you can actually do a side by side here of all product types. I'll enter the initial premium. You'll see here I've typed in $100,000. The state came over from the previous screen, as did the age, but you can adjust them as well. My client wants to do a 10-year deferral period, so I'll enter 70 here for the primary start age. And then what we have here are market scenarios. So you can actually hover over this little icon. It'll explain each market scenario to you. But what we see most often in run is the 0% return scenario. So that's really focused on what the guaranteed income is going to be. But we also offer what we call the moderate forecast. So that's taking into account using a Monte Carlo simulation, some market appreciation in an average market environment. So for products that have some rising income features, you'll be able to see that kind of play out in the moderate forecast scenario. You can run both scenarios or just one. It's completely up to you. You select gender. If it's a joint annuitant, you can fill that out here as well. When I hit submit, because I've hit submit and selected DIAs and SPIAs, there's additional information that can be collected for DIA and SPIA quotes. These are all run through CanX, and they are certified quotes from the carrier for DIAs and SPIAs. I'll hit submit there as well. And now what's going to come up on my screen here are of the total product shelf, there are 92 product and rider combinations that can deliver income for this particular client situation. And what I'm seeing here, top row, is this Core Bridge product. This is for the max income rider. So that has an initial income level of $17,000 annually. What is showing here, and this is again for the 0% return scenario. So initially your income will be $17,000. You may be familiar with this product. Once you exhaust the account value, it actually drops the income for this max income rider, and it drops it to $12,000 in this case. And then over the course of the 0% scenario, the highest income you ever saw was $17,000, which was that initial income. Moderate forecast, you see that playing out as well. If I scroll down here, that 4 income 2 product right here, much more traditional GLWB, has that initial income of 15.9. That never changes. So the lowest is also 15.9 and the highest is 15.9 as well. You can utilize these filters. Each one, let's say you can filter by product name, product type if you wanted to only see FIAs, for instance. Carriers, this is a common one that we've seen. If there's a particular carrier who you prefer not to work with on a specific quote, or really just want to hone in on a number of a core group of carriers, you can apply that filter to filter them in and out. Surrender period, maybe you only want to look at 7-year products. You can utilize that filter there as well. Income may reduce. Now, this is an interesting one. I use that Core Bridge product as an example. Income may reduce over the course of that individual's lifetime based on that product, based on those rider features. If I want to kick products out like that, I would just turn off yes. And now I'm just looking at products where income will not reduce. Free withdrawals, MVA, and ROP are also filters that are available. From here, I can export again to a PDF. This will show what products are, show that exact replica of the ranking. It'll show what filters have been applied, and then also it'll show you the sort parameters. So we see advisors and agents utilizing reports like this and this analysis really to get a quick lay of the land of what products will be driving to some of the highest income. Certainly a great way to be able to catch maybe new products or products that have a little bit more beneficial income benefits for your clients. One other piece of the marketplace I'd like to show you is the side-by-side comparison. So going back to the marketplace view, I'll come over here and I just want to look at my FIA products. Perhaps in this particular client situation, I'm interested in FIAs with an income rider available. And I'd like a 7-year product. So now I'm looking at every product on my shelf here that has an income rider available and is 7-year surrender. I'll select 3 products to do side-by-side comparison. And then from here, you'll see as soon as I check them off here, they drop into this little shopping basket, and I can click compare. So the comparison that you'll see here has many of the same inputs that you just entered for income comparison. Again, this is a more detailed comparison side by side than that income comparison. I'll enter $100,000. I'll do my income start age at age 70. And then I can select the specific product features that I'd like to configure for each product. So I can select, you'll see it's highlighted here in red, the income rider, it's required for this product. Let's do level income from core income 7. Now, once I've selected that, I see all of my crediting strategies that are available for this product. This one has a number of different crediting strategies. I'll select that annual point-to-point from S&P. I'll allocate 100% to it. I'll save that allocation. And then what happens is it opens up into the next screen here for the next product. So Athena Agility 7, that has a standard income benefit that is automatically selected here. Same with the death benefit. And I'll scroll down, and similar to before, I'll select that annual point-to-point crediting strategy and allocate 100% to that. Last product, I have a couple options here for income rider. Let's do that max income rider that we talked about earlier. and we'll also select the S&P point to point. From here, all of our analytics are based off of the historical performance of the index applying today's crediting strategy rates. So same exact methodology that's used by and the guidance by NAIC for illustrations. The one difference here is we actually open it up to a wider time horizon. So if you come down here, you'll see you can run analysis on the S&P annual point-to-point crediting strategies that I've selected here, dating back to 1928. So well over or just about 100 years of available data to be able to run these products through different market scenarios. It's funny over the past 12 months, 12, 18 months, we've actually seen a lot more analytics run for the 1970s and 80s as advisors are trying to get a sense of how some of these products would have performed in higher interest rate or higher inflation environments versus what they may have seen in the past 10 years. So just kind of goes to show you some of the flexibility in the analytics that we've built here. From here, that said, I'll just do a quick 10-year period. And I'll hit generate comparison. And what you'll see here are three key charts. The first is the growth chart. So this shows you across the three products how much the account value can grow right up until income start for the three products. So you'll see here, Athene Agility 7 grew to about $147,000 with Power 7 coming in second there at 130 and third by a very, very close margin, Core Income 7. So just kind of provide some visualization of how the account value could grow. Same thing for income. You actually have three distinct income riders here. So you can see income starts at age 70, as I asked for. That highest income up until what appears to be roughly about 78 is Core Income 7, or sorry, Power 7 Protector from Corebridge. That product has $17,000 of annual income. And then once that you exhaust the account value at age 78, you see that core income dropping to the $15,000 range, or sorry, Power 7 dropping to the $12,000 range. And then Athene Agility continuing to grow. It's an example of a rising income rider over time. So we're not just focused on that starting income or ending income or cumulative income. We're really showing you how that income will play out over your client's lifetime. So you can get a sense of how it can match up to their specific needs and requirements that they're looking to solve for with an annuity. Final piece of analysis we have here is the efficient frontier. So let me just orient you a little bit around the efficient frontier and why we created it. So as you guys are well aware, these products are getting more and more complex as it relates to the indices that are available in the products. You see some very complex vol-controlled indices coming out. And then when you wrap them with some of these more creative crediting strategies, it can be difficult to really get a sense for within a product what combination or what specific crediting strategies are going to drive to the best client outcome. So to try to address that and help guide you through the selection process, we created the efficient frontier. The efficient frontier, I'll just orient you to this chart. Every little blue dot here is a different combination of crediting strategies. So you'll see each one all across the spectrum of this scatter plot. Each one's a different crediting strategy. You have the average annual return of that combination of crediting strategies on the y-axis, represented by the y-axis, and the average volatility of that annual return, or also said another way, the risk associated with the combination of crediting strategies. We then will show you via this orange point your existing allocation that you've selected. And now from here, you can actually select what might be a better combination of crediting strategies to meet a client's specific needs. I will highlight, so this is at the product level. So I'm looking at core income right now. If I were to switch to Athene Agility, has a very different shape to its efficient frontier. Why is that? Well, it has different crediting strategies available. And what I find interesting about this one, and you'll find this across a number of the products, S&P 500, though one of the more popular crediting strategies that's selected, especially that annual point to point, typically falls in the bottom of the chart here, not necessarily driving to the um, best return risk profile within these products. How I often think about this is, okay, so given the point I was going to allocate to my client, I could do a couple different things. If I go due north here and select the point up here, that represents a higher average annual return for that same level of risk. I could also, instead of going due north, I could go due west, all the way down here, which basically represents that same level of return, but a much, much lower amount of risk. And finally, how if you really want to optimize it, I try to look for where is that highest point. So actually, this is a good example of I don't have to introduce a ton of risk going all the way out here to drive to the highest average annual return. If I'm actually in this area over here, I can drive to a very good average annual return for about the same level of risk that I was going to introduce to my client for the S&P 500. I can say, oops, I can say use this allocation. And what you'll see is it updates the allocation for this Athene product right here. Looks like the point I selected is a 2-year point to point with a BNP Paribas indice, 185% par, and then a little bit of allocation to that S&P 500 point to point strategy as well. I can refresh my comparison, and from here see the impact of that. Obviously driving Athene agility much higher from an account value standpoint, similar from an income perspective as well. Now, what you probably would want to do is optimize each one of these and find that most efficient point and allocation across crediting strategies, and then do a side by side comparison. But for the sake of time, I won't do that right now. From here, we also allow you to export this to a PDF. So when I hit export here, you'll see the results that you've created across this side by side comparison. You'll see the growth story. You'll see the income story. You also see a quick side by side of the profiles of the 3 products and the allocations that you've selected. So again, a great way to be able to run a side by side comparison, have some due diligence that you can refer to. Should regulators ever ask why you've made a recommendation you've made, you can demonstrate this through the side by side comparison. Now, from here, you can connect seamlessly into the FireLight experience. So if you'd like to buy this product that you ran here from that side-by-side comparison, you can actually click buy from the screen. You may recall it's all over the entire marketplace around the availability to click buy. What it does is it then seamlessly connects to that SMS FireLight experience that you guys utilize today. That's a slightly updated look and feel, but it has all the same functionality. And what we'll also do is pre-populate some of that research that you've done as far as selecting crediting strategies, selecting riders into the application for you. I won't take you through this whole application, but you can see it here. Once it is complete, go to signatures will illuminate, and you can collect that e-signature process, e-signature like you do today. If you want to collect a wet signature, you can do that via this documents area by printing down the documents, collecting the wet signature, and uploading them as well. So that's the annuity order ticket. Again, all the same functionality that you have today in FireLight. It's just seamless through the platform here. You'll notice that this pop-up came up. It knew I was going into the order process. And any order that you start here in Luma, you can also reference through our order management screen. So just say, okay, got it. I can come over here to the marketplace and see orders here. I can go into my order management screen. Again, these pop-ups, similar to an iPhone app, will kind of help guide you through doing different things on the platform. Um, and what you can see here is the orders that I have in progress. Um, you'll see kind of a progress bar, how much of the application I've completed. It'll talk of, if I'd actually written a client's name here, it would pull in the client's name so I can figure out which application corresponds to which. I can see kind of advisor information and then so on and so forth. You can see a number of tests that have been being conducted here. And this is, you'd only see your orders in the screen. If I want to jump back into an order, you can click continue in progress, and that will open up the existing order for you. And then you also have options here. If you want to, maybe you've made a mistake on an order or something, and you want to just copy the application over to a new application, you can copy same product and it will generate the exact same order, just for the exact same product and client details. Maybe your client's made a decision to actually go with a different product and you've already entered so much of their information. You can actually copy all that information into a different product application as well. And then delete, if you want to just delete an order from your management screen, you would do that here. Just be aware that it does go away forever. So use delete very cautiously. Um, last but not least, what I just want to cover a little bit, as it relates to the to the experience is the level of support that we're providing you. So should you have any questions about the platform, you can absolutely reach out to your SMS sales team, and ask them questions. They're all well trained on this platform. But you can also, especially as you're working through maybe FireLight applications here, have questions about it, have questions about maybe the efficient frontier or specific analytics you're trying to run. Down here in the bottom right, it's always right here is your resource center. So the resource center has a couple key things. One is product walkthroughs or other types of information. Product guides can all be found here around how to navigate the platform. New features and functionality would be announced through our announcements area right here. Certainly, if you have feedback that you'd like to provide, you can provide that here. But most importantly, if you have a question, you can click that. And this is our contact information. We have a team, US-based team of product specialists that are more than happy to answer any of your questions about the platform. They will, trust me, they will not be giving any product recommendations. We'll leave that to your expertise and the SMS team's expertise. But certainly as you get stuck, if you get stuck in a FireLight application or get stuck somewhere on the platform and just have a question around how to navigate it, or maybe you sitting through this webinar and a week, 2 weeks from now, you want to open up the application and you need just a quick refresher. This is a great team to reach out to. Again, all US based. You can call our 1-800 number. You can call, email the support team as well. And then finally, you can schedule a meeting with us directly through this link also. So that's really the extent of the platform that we wanted to share today. Obviously, recording this webinar as well for future reference.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Really appreciate you you going through that. Fantastic job. Just a couple of comments before we close. First and foremost, there will be a survey at the end that will allow you the ability to ask questions, give feedback on the webinar, and then also raise your hand for us to contact you, us being SMS to contact you and get you set up for Luma. Really, Jay, I was thinking as you were going through this, it's timely for two reasons. One is the DOL 3.0 rule was announced. So as you were going through and generating the PDF and we're thinking about record keeping and certainly this tool was that was a big reason why we gravitated towards this platform. And then the second is the interest rate environment. There has never been a better time to look back on your book of business and to allow us to help you to evaluate whether or not you can put your client in a better position. We're spending a good portion of our day working with agents and advisors and looking at their old books, evaluating, using Luma, using the Luma platform to evaluate whether or not we can put them in a better position. And then, of course, help you develop a better relationship with the client. So we did have a couple of questions that I'd ask, and not to put you on the spot here, Jay. So a couple of questions about flex premiums or future premiums and how they're reflected in Luma. Is that simply a notation that they allow flex premiums, or how does that work?
Yeah, from a flex premium standpoint, I showed you those product profiles. If a product does kind of offer some of that, I would expect to see that in the notes or comments area for that particular product in the product profile.
Great. And then someone asked about the best browser to use for this platform.
Yeah, the most popular browsers that we see come through are certainly Chrome or or Microsoft Edge, are both fantastic choices. We have a number of reps also on a Safari, Macintosh type of experience. We see that quite often as well. Those are the three most common that we typically see.
Okay. And then as you were going through, I cannot remember which product, but someone asked, can you select it without a fee? And I would imagine, of course, you can if that's an option that the product offers.
It's a filter that you can adjust to ensure that you're not you're filtering out the ones with fees.
And then someone asked about accumulation annuities and if they're included, and does it show annuities with living benefit riders?
Yeah, yep. I think you saw when I was doing that 3 product side-by-side comparison, I actually selected where it had an optional or mandatory income rider. That would be how you could filter to see living benefits. And then you would just do the opposite to see products that have accumulation only.
Yeah.
And you can run those same analytics for those.
Great. And then I'll take this one. So the question is cost to SMS agents and advisors. There's no cost to you. So of course, if you're working with SMS, we partnered with Luma to be able to provide that to you at no cost. So we want to give you the best tools possible at the most cost-effective way to do that and to operate your business and to write more business and to put your client in the best position. And we decided that was the best way to do that. So Jay, any other comments before we close?
No other comments. Very excited to get this into your agents and advisors' hands, Chris, and thank you for all your support in rolling this out.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a lot of work and a heavy lift, but we're here and very excited about the partnership with Luma and excited to bring this great platform to you. Everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.